Okay, I'm going to go over problem 6 here. If you purchase a $15,500 insurance policy that has a yearly premium of $6.53 per thousand, that's our key phrase here, per $1,000, how much would you pay per year for the policy? So this is what I came up with to explain it a little bit better. Okay. I wrestled with the terminology. So I thought to just call it the cost of the policy. Sorry, it's like, I don't think you can see it clearly. I might get a blank paper. Cost of the policy over, because the insurance policy by itself has its own amount. So I put insurance policy. That's my kids playing in the background. I try to create a standard like I was sharing with you before. The cost of the policy, it told me was $6.53 for $1,000 in that insurance policy. The rate. Insurance policy, if you remember, the line that really got me here was because it said, every time I get $1,000 in this policy, I'm going to be charged $6.53. This is my rate right here. Altogether, the policy is $15,500 for a year. Okay. So I didn't do anything with the $15,500 just yet. This was, I will pay, or you will pay, the cost of that policy. It'll cost you, it's my dollar sign here, $6.53 for every $1,000 I pay in that insurance policy. So on this side of my equation, or my reasoning, I need to reflect the same thing. I don't know how much it's going to cost me for the full $15,500. They want to know that from you. Most of your tests can be done in a ratio format. If you can remember, we do the cross multiply. X times, because I'm going to go across here. So I'm holding the camera at the same time. Can't do both. All right. X times $1,000 equals, we did the left side of the cross multiply. I need to do the right side. The way I'm going to do that, I'm going to put it at just $6.53 times $15,500. I'm going to move this out the way so it can be clearer. That's the step of the reasoning that we're on right now. We set up the main, or the simple, $6.53 for every $1,000. That was the standard that was given to us. I am to use this standard to find my missing value. Same logic that we've been using. I try to stay in the same mindset so that it stays consistent and you don't get confused and you trust the process. Okay. And that was $6,053 times 15,500. So we went from cross multiply. Now we're in algebra land. I was able to catch it a little faster because I know that we discussed if we multiply times 1,000, if we divide by 1,000 or 10 or 100 multiples of 10, that's a simple move the decimal. So if your numbers are always, for your test, going to have shortcuts built into them. In algebra land, we get, this 0 doesn't belong here. We get rid of everything surrounding the variable. X times 1,000 is what we started with, but we want X by itself. So instead of multiplying times 1,000, I'm going to divide by 1,000. Oh no, I did need my 0. My fault. What we do to the one side, we do to the other. I'm going to place 1,000 at the bottom. I'm waiting for my image to show back. Okay, perfect. Oh, this worded it wrong. Okay. This tells me if I'm going to do a division, I need to move the decimal back 3 places. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to move the decimal back out of this big number, 15,500. If I move my decimal back 3 spaces, I get 1, 2, 3. I'm going to start this over, this new line. We're now stating that it's going to be X equals 6.53 times 0.5. The dollar sign remained. I believe one was policy and one was the fee. But we took out the policy already. We're just down to the fee. I will now switch this to what you have from the workout. Sorry. This was our question 6. This note here, 15.5, and they told you 1,000. They were letting you know that once they completed the cross multiplication step from up here per 1,000, you will end up having to just simply multiply 6,053 times 15.5. That is the back work they just summed here in words. And they did the long multiplication of each row. I count the decimal places. There's 1 decimal place at the top, 2 at the bottom. So we move this down. We move back 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. That's where it landed. I told you I needed to just rethink this problem. And I want to make sure you had that Kindle. Bye.